Welcome back to the Trusty Aeronauts channel. Chief's ready to go. We're gonna try something a little bit different today. Let's go flying. Chief is rolling. So we're gonna cruise down to Auburn and get some lunch. Auburn's about a 15-minute flight from here, maybe 20 minutes. And what I want to try is I've got an app on my phone that is basically going to give us a random, it's a random timer. So I'm gonna set it for, we'll probably set it for like 10 minutes. Then we're gonna take off. And then at some point over the next 10 minutes, we're gonna have an engine failure. Well, it's gonna be a simulated engine failure. I'm gonna set my phone right up here. When the timer goes off, that is when I'll chop the power and we'll see where we end up. Should be interesting.
Somebody's up flying the border field. Oh, yeah.
All right, I think we're about ready to blast off out of here. Turn on the cameras. I don't want this to fall out the window here. Actually, I might close my window just to be safe. So I got it set for 1 minute to 10 minutes. So we don't want to show the countdown. Start it. All right, here we go. Nevada County Super Chief 36587, departing runway 25. We'll be making a left crosswind departure to the south, Nevada County. It's a good day to be flying the old Chief. I'm sure there's nobody out there. Don't see anybody on here. I don't hear anybody on the radio. The Porterfield just landed. Not sure what he's doing, but he said he's going to be back up in about 5 minutes. All right, we've got our timer going. A little bit of a breeze out there, but it's coming mostly down the runway. Nice and straight. Mixture. Let's go flying. Oh, she's ready to go. That was a little blustery there. All right, let's build up some airspeed here. Get this thing set. There we go. Oh man, beautiful day to go flying. Gauges are looking good. There's the Porterfield down there. I don't know who that is down there. Some friend flying the Porterfield. Got a mission, we're heading to Auburn. So, get an engine failure right here. The Chief doesn't climb that well, so you're pretty much just going straight ahead. And there's not a whole lot to find right down there straight ahead. Oh, there's a couple buzzards. But well, there's a few little roads, places you might want to go. But let's keep climbing. Get some altitude under us. Whoa. Oh, that looks like a red-tailed hawk. Yeah, Nevada County Super Chief is turning a left crosswind 25, departing to the south, Nevada County. So there's that field right down there. And there was a guy that actually landed a plane down in that field one time. I think he had water in his gas or something like that. And Leo Lake came out, figured out what the problem was, got the plane running again, and took off. But the field's a little more overgrown now than it used to be, so it might be harder to do. There was also a fellow that landed a plane right there on the highway. He was fine. He flipped the plane over. I think he totaled 172. It's just a beautiful day up here. Our timer's still cranking along. We're flying along. We're 5,200 feet. We're going to start coming back down, though, because Auburn's a little bit lower altitude than Nevada County. So if this was a regular flight, I wouldn't be getting up too much higher than about this high. We have our little green ring here on ForeFlight. I'll see if I can take a screenshot of this and show you guys what that looks like. We have our little green ring on here, which shows me kind of where I should be able to glide in the old Chief if we run into engine trouble. So right now, it's like we got Alta Sierra right out in front of us somewhere. So we could easily land on Alta Sierra, according to the ring. But there's like a little field over there that I've seen before that we could probably get to. There's also, there's a field back there, which we're probably far beyond that field now. Oh, it's a beautiful day up here. You can see Auburn up there. And then as we come up, we also have Lake of the Pines up here, which, you know, I don't really want to put the Chief in the water, but the odds of me surviving ditching are probably pretty good because I'm a good swimmer. And, you know, we'd be hitting the water at probably 35, 40 miles an hour. And there's a good chance we'd flip over, and then you got to get out of here. But, you know, this thing's got wood wings, so it'd float for a little while. I got my shoulder harnesses, so hopefully I won't whack my head on anything and knock myself out. Oh, all right. Power's out. Got our signal, so we're bringing it back. Pitch for airspeed. Okay, we're right over the top of Alta Sierra. That was not my intention. So you want to find your spot to land. Well, you want to lower your nose, maintain your airspeed. Flipping along at 90 miles an hour. Actually slow her down a little bit. Trim for best glide here. Power's all the way out. Carpeet's on. We're going to turn the carpet back off. We're right over the top of Alta Sierra, so that was kind of serendipitous for us. It's a private airport, but certainly an airport that you can use in an emergency. I'm going to run through our emergency checklist here, which is not much on the Chief. Primer's in and locked. Fuel's on. We got gas in the tank. All's out, but carb heat, we check our carb heat. Carb heat doesn't do anything. Our engine's still off. Mixture, we go full rich on the mixture. More carb heat. We don't want to cause ourselves an actual engine failure here. Oh, there's Alta Sierra right there. All right, we're really high. That's okay though. So this is where you kind of want to be creative. So I want to basically set up like I would set down. I'm going to aim for, well, we're not going to get too low, so let's aim for right for the middle of the numbers. So I'm kind of overshooting my base here, watching my airspeed. Bringing her back around. We're a glider now. I'm going to give it a little bit of slip here. So I'm going to pretend my point is like the start of those, of the text that says Alta Sierra. Through. Alta Sierra traffic, Super Chief on a low approach, short final 1, Alta Sierra. It's kind of a messy call, but that's okay. All right, straighten it out. Want to see if we can get right to our point. All right, this is looking really good. We got the runway made. All right, I don't want to get too much lower. Powering up. Oh, there's a guy down there. That might be my buddy. All right, now let's climb out. Try not to make too much noise for the Alta Sierrians. Oh, that was fun. So in that scenario, we would have landed and figured out what was wrong with the Chief and probably flown away a few days later.
we're back on the ground here at Auburn. That was kind of fun. That was kind of an easy example because we were right over Alta Sierra and we had plenty of altitude. And you come up here to practice this stuff because, my procedures were a little sloppy there. And I was listening to the radio and I knew I had plenty of altitude. But we'll try it again on the way back after I get some lunch and see if we can clean up my procedures a little bit and see. We'll go back a different route so we don't end up right over Alta Sierra when our engine fails. I just picked up some to-go beers and a pizza from Knee Deep. I've never tried their pizza, so I thought, I'll grab one. All right, on the way back, we're gonna try it again. I'm probably gonna set it to go off a little bit after we leave Auburn because there's some planes in the pattern and it's just kind of busy down here, so I don't want to be doing any emergency procedures, right off the end of the runway. So let's get in the air.
All right, we're getting out of the way of Auburn here. So get our little operation going. We're heading back towards Nevada County here. And at some point in the next 8 minutes, we're going to have an engine failure. Don't let me down, Chief. He doesn't want to let me down, but you got to practice this stuff. Otherwise, you might not be ready when something random happens.
Auburn traffic RB 666, exit top and left downwind, departing to the east, Auburn.
All right, I'm turning those guys off. Power's out. Power beat on. We don't want to create an emergency. Lower the nose. Look for our spot. Boy. There's a lot of potential spots, but where the best spot is. Head for that field right over there. Sure we don't. Yeah, we're far enough away from Auburn. I don't think they care. I also want to check right below you because there might be like a perfect landing spot right below you. Get her trimmed out. Run through our stuff. Fuel's on. Throttle, mags, carb heat, mixture rich. We're coming down. We're a glider. I'm going to modify now. I'm going to go back to my original spot. All right. Basically, that field right down there. Got a little fence going through the middle of it, so that's unfortunate. That fence wasn't there. But you can't fool around for too long, otherwise you might get yourself into an actual problem. You don't want to get too low over these houses. There's my field. So in an actual emergency, I wouldn't care about buzzing the houses if I knew I was going to make my spot. But since we're just practicing, I don't want to get too low. That's my field right there. I'm going to be a little high. Make sure I'm ready to power up once it's time for me to go around. So, we're about. Yeah, so there's some rocks. All right, I don't want to get too low. I'm powering up. But you can see right down there is our field. And as you get lower, you kind of start seeing little obstacles that you couldn't see from before. There's a pile of rocks there, which we'd be able to maneuver around those. And then that fence, we'd probably try to hop over that fence or maybe turn up alongside it. Ultimately, plowing into a fence, I might make it, but all right, well, that wasn't the greatest spot. Let's get out of here. But I think I would have survived.
All right, we got the old Super Chief back in the hangar. I definitely need to work on my flow a little bit. I hadn't really done engine out scenarios in a while, so it's good to practice that stuff. All right, if you enjoy riding along in the Super Chief, you can subscribe right up here and check out one of my other adventures in the Super Chief down here. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. So long.